to Gen 199, GEN 199. This class is a little bit different. It's a workshop, but you have a lot of time to get the work done. You have a full semester essentially, so no matter when you join the class, all the assignments are due towards the end of the semester. So if you want to just jump in and work through them and get them done, then put it away and you're done. That'd be just fine. It's just really a matter of how fast you want to go through it. If you can go through it probably in a solid day, or you could just bite off a little bit here and there throughout the semester. It's really up to you. So just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, and just want to show you around the class and just make sure you understand what to do and how to do it and when to do it, all that good stuff. So I've got everything open in Student View. And so on the left hand side, what you can see here is several different links you can click on. I'm on the resources link right here, and there's two sections here you can click on, downloads and links, and this is the downloads. And what I have here are just some worksheets that you will use to help you with the class. So you can see there's several worksheets here. They're labeled by chapter. 2 point something is chapter 2. Some chapters have them, some don't. You're not doing every single chapter of the book that you're using. You're doing several chapters, but not every single chapter. There's some tax return stuff here, some present value, future value stuff here that will all help you do some of the assignments. So when you get into Cengage now and you work on some of the assignments may refer you back to a worksheet and then have you fill that worksheet in to help you do the assignment over back in Cengage now, which I'll show you here in a few moments. So I'm going to scroll down a bit. And then also there's PowerPoints down here for all the chapters that we'll cover. You can see there's links for several PowerPoints here. You can look at those on your own. I have recordings about each one, but if you want to review those on your own, you can download those and take a look at them. Also, what you need to take a look at is the Cengage Now info and the syllabus. And I've already got those open. Let me just get those open for you. So here's the syllabus right here. My contact info is right here. My cell phone number, it's always okay to call me. You can text me, just let me know who you are. Email is a really good way to get a hold of me and ask me questions. If you'd like to go the email route, that's perfectly okay. If you want to visit with me, I'm in Cleveland 108, and you can always email me or call me or text me to find out if I'll be around to visit with you. The textbook is right here. We're going to use an ebook because it's much more affordable, and I'll show you that in a little bit. You will definitely need a laptop. You can use a tablet computer, will work with the ebook and with the Cengage Now software, but some kind of device that will allow you to do this. Excel will be needed though, so you might want more of a laptop to do the work in Excel. A little bit about me there. And then the course outlines right here. And again, I mentioned everything is due at the end of the semester, but if you just want to get it done now and be done with it, you certainly can. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. It's really up to you how you do it. So, but just be aware, you can start the work now, or you can wait till towards the end. Just don't wait too long. I would suggest you just make sure you get it done sooner rather than later. But everything's due at the end of the semester, so you have plenty of time to get it work done. So that's the syllabus, that's the schedule. I'm going to minimize that. And the other document that I've opened that I told you to take a look at is the Cengage Now information. Excuse me. So this will get you into the class. So Cengage Now will cost you around $135-ish to purchase. That gives you access to the ebook and to the homework system. So just follow the directions here. I'm guessing that a few of you or many of you maybe already have used Cengage Now or something like that. Applia is actually used in some classes too, and it's the same company that does Cengage Now. So it's possible you already have an account. You'll just need to get access to my specific class. And the access code for my class is right up here. Just do a copy and paste into the box on your screen, and that'll get you in. So if you have any issues getting into it or problems with it, just let me know. Typically, you can just go to their customer service, and they'll help you out. When you get in a Cengage Now, in the upper right-hand corner is a technical support link. You can get help from them too. But anyway, you'll have to get access into Cengage Now, and that's how you do that. I also have our class open in Cengage Now. Now, when you first get into Cengage Now, you might see something like this. Now, this page is set on my view. It's a little bit different than your view, probably. But this is our book right here. And then down below, you want to look for MindTap Reader. And MindTap Reader is how you get to read the book. The actual textbook for this class is really expensive, and there's no need to pay a whole lot of money for a textbook for a workshop. I just don't see the need. So, but you will need to buy the Cengage Now access, which will again cost you around $135. That's taking a little bit longer to load than I would have guessed. We'll come back to that. So Cengage Now looks like this. The assignments are all in here, and you have two kinds of assignments. You have homework and quizzes for every chapter. There's no tests. It's a workshop. I'm not going to give a test in a workshop. But every chapter then has homework and quizzes. The quizzes are timed. There are 10 questions worth 1 point each about the concepts of every chapter. If you read the chapter, listen to the lecture, and then do the quiz, you'll be just fine. The homework will take you a little bit longer, but the homework is meant for you to succeed. You can do it as many times as you would like. So the whole point is to do it over and over again until you get it correct. That's the whole goal. In a workshop environment, the goal is to learn it, to do it, to get it right, and feel like you understand it. So when you get into these, let's click on the first one, for example. And I'll preview it as a student. And it's just a series of questions. And so you have as much time as you need to do these. You have unlimited takes, unlimited submissions. You can do this as often as you need to or want to. It's really up to you. So usually there's between 1 to 4 or 5 questions per chapter. It just depends on the chapter. Some of these are just a matter of just typing in something into a box, like you're writing a small essay. Essentially is what this one is. You're just answering a few questions. This one for chapter 1 is not really number crunching. It's more concept based. So what you're doing is just reading the questions and then just answering them in a text box here. So I have to manually grade these ones. So when you're done with that, I will grade that for you. We'll go back into chapter 2, and that one has a little bit more number crunching to it. Let's look at chapter 2 homework right here. And we'll preview that as a student. This will be so when you see it like this will be what you see. It's thinking about loading here. So I've got 3 questions for chapter 2. And the same questions are in your book too. So for example, this one says, go and look at worksheet 2.2. Remember, the worksheets were under resources. Right, so I go up here to worksheet 2.2, and I've given you more worksheets than you need. Every single worksheet provided by every chapter is here. You may or may not need them for some of the homework in Cengage Now, but I included them because you might just find them useful as you do your own personal financial planning. So feel free to take a look at those, download those, and say, maybe I would use these, going forward as I do my personal financial planning. So worksheet 2.2, what you would do is you would fill that worksheet out using the data given to you here, and then when you're done with that, you can just simply scroll down, if it will let me. There we go, and just fill this in. So you're basically just filling in the blank boxes here, and then once you get those filled in, then you can do check my work. And you have unlimited check my works. The whole point is to get this right. And then you'll get a red check mark if it's wrong. You'll get a red X if it's wrong and a green check mark if it's correct, and it'll tell you if you're right or wrong, and you go from there. And you so just keep on doing that. When you can do limited submissions also. So the whole point is to get this, just to get it right. If you do get stuck on something, if you just can't figure out why you can't get the right answer, that's when you just ask me. Send me a note, email me. I'm more than happy to help you out and give you some pointers and get you in the right direction. If you get stuck, I want to help you with it. So just let me know. Email would be a great way to do that, because email you can kind of type up and kind of report what you're doing, and I can compare that to the answer and kind of give you some ideas of where you went wrong. So that's a great way to communicate some of the Cengage Now type stuff with me, is through email. Okay, so that is Cengage Now. Here's the ebook. We didn't get to that yet. So it's just loaded in parts. And the ebook's really cool. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can click on any chapter. You can do a search over here. You can highlight. You can see the highlight here. You can take some notes. There's some flashcards here you can take a look at with some of the key concepts and so you can actually even listen to the book if you want to. So there's lots of ways to absorb the material. Just kind of, it's really just up to you how you do it. So remember too that the book covers every single chapter, but I am not assigning every single chapter of the class to you. We're just doing some of the chapters. We're doing probably a little bit more than half the chapters. Okay, so hopefully that all made sense. As always, just let me know if you have questions. Then down here, just the last thing I want you to see is under the links icon right here. So a couple ways to get there. I just scrolled down from the resources link. That's what I did here. Or I could have just went to resources links and I'd get there also. It's going to bring them up again once it thinks about it. And then I've got several resources available to you. So number one is I have the chapter lectures here. So it's just me with a PowerPoint on the screen, an Excel file on the screen, just walking you through the concepts for each chapter. So just listen to those for every chapter and read the chapter itself, and I think you'll be in good shape. I also just have some links that will help you not only with some of the assignments in the class, but just in life in general. Just as you go through some of the chapters, or as if you are going through or will be going through or have gone through in your real life situations where you are buying a vehicle, you're researching new or used, you're trying to decide if I lease or buy, you're looking at car values, you're looking at buying a home. How do you figure that out? How do you figure out a mortgage payment? How much money you can potentially borrow? How do you find information about real estate? How do you find information about bank loans in general and bank rates and so on? So those are what some of the links that are here are. So these are the ones that I use a lot, that I use frequently. The book mentions a couple of these also. So you might just want to take a look at those to help you do some of the stuff. So just information that will help you not only with the chapter, but just in life in general, because that's really what this workshop is about, is how do I learn some very basic foundational personal financial topics that will help me be successful in managing your money, managing your resources, using them efficiently, getting the most out of your money, buying a home, buying a vehicle, buying insurance. That's a big one too that we'll cover. So all those things are important, and hopefully when you're done with the class, you'll have a better idea about how those things work, and maybe you'll realize that maybe you could do better in your personal finances, and you will. So that's kind of the goal. Again, if you have questions, just let me know. More than happy to help you out. It's self-paced. If you do get done with all the assignments, just send me a note, and I'll make sure your grade is submitted. Otherwise, I probably won't check it very often. So just let me know that you've got your grades done, or the assignments done, or if you just have any questions, I'm here to help you. Call or email or text. I don't mind. Any of the above works just fine for me. And hope you enjoyed the class. Hope you step back and go, that was pretty cool. That was interesting. That's the goal. Okay, thanks.